Let's talk about pottery. Let's talk about pottery. Pottery. Let's talk about pottery. Let's talk about pottery. Let's talk about pottery.
Okay, let's talk about pottery. So, do a quick kiln opening video. I already took the top shelf off and placed the items back in. It was just a little bit easier to do that. So, I have some starfish tiles here, and that has textured kiwi by Spectrum. That is just wiped off, of course, on the starfish part, but it's sort of a green, and it does have the texturing as long as the glaze is thick enough. So those usually come out pretty good with that glaze. And this will be a bird bath insert here. This is Mottled Blue by Coyote again, one of my favorites. So luckily that came out, unglazed on the bottom. Put those away, and I did a turquoise frog. That's a slip cast piece. Turquoise on white, that's the Turquoise by Amico Sahara line. Pretty much on white clay, that's the best for that glaze for me, and that's Mottled Blue on white clay. So let me get these out of the way, and we'll take this shelf off and see what's on the next one. Okay, a lot of tiles and magnets. I did a lot of turquoise this time. Had quite a lot of white clay. I think it looks good on white. Something a little different. Has kind of an antique look to it. And let's see, this is a pendant, hopefully. I think that has the textured kiwi in it, and that's a shark tooth just stamped into it. Just used a real shark tooth. And it's a little bit of just a prototype. And I have a few in here. Figured that warping was going to be a problem with these, so we'll have to see. Okay. Might still be a little bit warm as we go down into here. This one has Art Deco Green by Potter's Choice. And I have not done that on white clay yet, so that's kind of interesting. Does a pretty good job. There's another one. It's a lot of just tiles and magnets until we get to the bottom shelf. A lot more turquoise magnets, another starfish tile. And that one I took out is just Mottled Blue turtle tile, kind of a weird shape. That's on red clay. These are just a couple of little slip cast pieces, little turtles from slip casting. Move the posts out, and if I can handle the not too hot. So here's a tile, has Mottled Blue in it, and just wiped away to show the stamps. Just left it raw there on top. And this is a new tile I'm doing. It's just a lizard stamped into it. I always leave the back of the tiles pretty rough since they really don't Those don't get seen on the back, so I don't know if I like the two-tone doing the yellow and the blue together, but next time I'll probably just do solid color on that. And mermaid magnet in turquoise. Okay, so here's, I guess that's mottled blue. Turquoise seems to be coming out consistent on white clay, so that's good. Looks nice, has a matte finish. Doesn't come out very good on other types of clay though, so I'll just stick to the white. Mottled blue seems pretty dark on this. Maybe I didn't do a thick enough coat on red. Unless it got hotter here as we go to the bottom. It usually will be a cone 6 at the bottom. Okay, so another frog. This is in mottled blue. I think that looks really good. Pretty happy with that. It'd be more fun to do them in different colors than just green. So here's a couple of thrown pieces, and these are kind of hot. These are on red clay. So that's mottled blue with Art Deco green. And same on the outside. They actually fit together, and what it is sort of just like a little dip set. You could put crackers or something in there. More turquoise turtles. A few of those. The thing I notice about this turquoise is it will turn yellow around the edges, which I don't know how to overcome that, but it's not too big of a problem as long as you take the glaze all the way underneath. But it does sometimes even get yellow spots to it in the places where it's thinner. Another shark tooth pendant, and that's with mottled blue. I think this is turquoise in there. I guess it would have needed a thicker coat. And then here's one where it cooked off. I don't remember what that was. Must have been Art Deco green. And here is a new clay, which I think looks really good. This is Brooklyn Red clay by Standard Ceramic. Did get an S crack there with this piece, but it's really just a test piece. And I noticed that I was having trouble compressing this clay because it is so soft when you throw it that it just, you can't really compress that well, and it may just have been a soft batch that I got, but it wasn't that easy to throw with this clay. I really bought it more for tiles. This will be just a test piece, but I like the color of it a lot. And this is just bare clay where I did wax around. And the glaze is Goldenrod Chino by Coyote. So I'm pretty happy with that, and it's a cone 8 clay, and typically what I will do is take it to cone 6 where it has an absorption rate below 2%. I'm hoping that the glazes will look better on this than it does on my earthen red, which sometimes, at cone 5, that's its limit, and it can sort of repel glaze, I've noticed, or just cook it off. And it may just be because I'm painting glaze on, I'm not dipping. Not getting a good enough coat there to it. So I'm just going to sort of test with this, see if maybe it'll just hold on to the glaze a little bit better than earthen red. So this is speckled brown stoneware by High Water. It's a teacup with turquoise and satin black, and it looks okay. I actually dipped that, and this will be the saucer to go with it. It's kind of a good combo. Hopefully it looks right together, but that was sort of an experiment, as everything seems to be. This is a test piece for the Brooklyn Red. That's mottled blue and turquoise, which I actually think that looks pretty good on that clay. I think I like the look of the clay. It has a lot of grog in it. Also, here's speckled brown stoneware, little covered piece. The stamping did get covered up, but it's mottled blue and turquoise together. Kind of like an herb jar. Just wanted to show the witness cones for the top and bottom of the kiln. So this was the top of the kiln. Cone 5, which you can see basically was a pretty good cone 5, I would say. Maybe not as strong as it could have been, and the 6 didn't bend at all, so that was the top of the kiln. And the bottom of the kiln, maybe not that big of a difference, just lost the 6, but there's 5, just starting to be a 5. So probably the whole kiln was about the same temperature. And of course the pyrometric cone melted. So that's it for now. That was hopefully a short kiln opening, and I will talk to you again, and we will talk about pottery.